So if there was one type of YouTube video that you could make right now that would be proven to blow up your small YouTube channel, would you make it? In this video, I want to show you a proven, simple framework that doesn't require any fancy editing, any expensive gear, but what it'll actually do is trigger the algorithm and attract viewers like crazy to your channel. Now, I've used this framework in many videos on this channel, and I've also used it on other channels to blow up and have great success with it. So I want to give you that framework so you can just copy it, and this should be your next video. So just copy it and just run with it. So what is this hidden, mysterious type of video that you should create for your next video? It is a list style lesson video. Instead of worrying about how to create some tactical video on how to do something really specific about something in your niche, all you're going to do is share a list of lessons that you have learned, and you're going to teach those lessons to your audience. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this because there's a very specific way to do it. It's not just something you can just hit record on. It needs to be a bit of structure to it, but it's really simple once you get it. And the first most important point of this is the packaging of your video. So the title and the thumbnail. First of all, the title. The title is what you call your video. Ideally, I would have this at less than 60 characters just so you avoid the ... and it's easily readable, it's clear. People know what they're going to be clicking on to watch. You don't want to clickbait people into your videos so then they just leave 15 seconds later once they click on it, because that just triggers the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, this guy isn't delivering on what he promised. This is just not what people are after. So then it doesn't push your video to more people. So the title needs to be clear. It needs to communicate exactly what you are going to be covering in the video. And it also has to work hand in hand with your thumbnail. So your thumbnail is the visual element that gets the click. Now, the problem with thumbnails, it's very much an art and a science. You know, I've been on YouTube now for nearly 10 years, and I'm still learning how to perfect a thumbnail for my audience. And sometimes it hits the home run. Sometimes it doesn't even cross first base, which sucks. But I'm getting closer and closer to consistently hitting those home runs with thumbnails. And what I've learned from the channels I've grown, there's a few simple things. You don't want to overcomplicate your thumbnails. Now, a lot of people try and desperately grab the attention of people on YouTube. They put too much text on the thumbnails. They add a completely complicated image, or the image isn't a clear representation of what they're trying to show in the video. It's just all misjointed, and it doesn't work together with the title to get the click. So this is where it's really important. It's a hard concept to grasp, but I'll put some images on the screen up here now so you can see some proven simple thumbnails, which is just literally 2 or 3 elements max on a thumbnail. So you've got maybe the face of a person, a couple of words, and an image, or even just sometimes an image on its own is enough. You don't need text on a thumbnail if it clearly demonstrates what you're trying to get people to click on to watch. Now, sometimes you may need text to emphasize what you're trying to say and what the video is about, but you don't always need text. It could be simple as a text and a piece of, like an arrow or something, pointing to a specific part of an image. There's many different thumbnail formats, but the main piece of advice I want to give is that 1, it works hand in hand with your title, and 2, don't overcomplicate them. You just want to be clear, concise, because we're competing against many other different thumbnails that people could click on, and we want to get the click, right? And the way we do that is through simplicity, being clear, transparent, and authentic. Now, once you've got the click for your video, the first 10 seconds or 15 seconds of your video is the most important part of the video. Because if people don't watch, well, the packaging is the most important part. So they don't click, they don't watch. But the second most important part is the hook. So if you can't get them past the first 10, 15 seconds of your video, they're not going to watch the rest of it. They're not going to get all the value that you've packed into it. YouTube is then not going to see it as valuable to other people, so it's not going to share it as it could do. So the hook is really important, and a lot of people get this wrong. I used to get this wrong, but I want to show you and give you a hook formula. Now, I will leave a resource in the description below, and I'm going to show you a walkthrough on my screen of how I create hooks for my videos, and I actually used this hook generator to create the hook for the video you're watching right now. The hook basically delivers and confirms what the thumbnail and title have shown. If a viewer clicks on your thumbnail and they start watching your video and it's not in line with what was promised in the thumbnail and title, they probably will click off and go somewhere else because you've just lost their trust. So in the first 15 seconds, we have to pay off the thumbnail and the title. We have to pay it off. We have to start giving them exactly what they came to your video for. If you don't do that, you'll lose the viewer. So that's why the hook is so important, and most people just overlook it and ignore it. They have stupid intros to their videos. They're asking people to subscribe, like, and comment before they've even given any value, which makes no sense at all. So the hook. Let me share my screen now, and I'll show you exactly how this works. And remember, you can get this in my link below for free. Okay, so this is my viral hook, or viral video hook generator. And as you'll see here, when you get this link in an email, which will be sent, you literally have these options here. Now I'm just going to walk through simply how it works, but let's say you have a video idea and you're wanting to know how to create the hook. So let's click here, let's build your YouTube hook. And then it will ask you a series of questions. So we just want to answer these questions real simply. I mean, the more detail you give it, the better it's going to be, the better answer you're going to get. But let's just keep it simple for now. And let's just say the video I want to create is this video right now you're watching. It's all about like brutal, honest YouTube advice, for example. So, number one, what is your video topic or title? It's quick fire lessons on how to grow a small YouTube channel. 2, who's my target audience? New YouTubers or small channels. What problem are you solving for the viewer? Giving them proven, quick lessons they can implement immediately. What unique angle, solution, or approach are you offering? Again, probably just quick solutions in an easy to digest format. Do you have any credibility or experience to mention? I'm an expert in YouTube, have grown multiple channels to great success. Hit enter. And what this prompt will do now, it will give you a couple of variations that you can use. Now you can tweak these, you can edit them, but it will give you a starting point, which is the most key point, because a lot of people struggle to know where to even start. So let's look at these. It's got 2 hooks here, or 3 hooks. And it's just, some of these are like struggling to get views on your YouTube channel. You're not alone. Most creators give up within 6 months, but there are quick proven tactics you can apply today to break out of the dead zone. I've grown multiple channels in thriving communities. Watch this now if you want to finally start seeing growth by the end of this week. Now the hook, it's so simple, but you have to get people hooked on your video. If you don't, they will leave, which is why it's so important. Go down below and get the resource, or watch the video first and then get the resource below. This will help you, and it will also be a massive time saver for you. Now, how do we make this video? Like, how do we plan it? What should we include? So what you want to do is, if you're trying to teach somebody a bunch of lessons that you have taught about your specific skill that you have, write them down. And when you write them down, you want to organize them and you want to put your goal up front. If you've got something in your learning lessons that is maybe unique to you or really special, or the things that you see as most valuable, front load them and put them towards the front of your video, because we want to blow people away with value. And then hopefully they will stay longer to watch your video. If you have your gold towards the end of your video and all the mediocre points as you would see it at the front, there's a chance that people are going to drop off before they actually reach the gold. So you front load all that stuff right to the front. So then there's a format that I would use as well when you're explaining your lessons. And that would be broken down into 3 parts. So you've got a challenge, a breakthrough, and a lesson. This is a really cool framework. It's really simple. So instead of just waffling on different points, which can work, but it's probably not ideal, it's probably harder for you to film. Write down, like, if there's any personal stories that you have where you've overcome a challenge, or you've had a challenge, you overcame it, you realize this breakthrough, and then you learn a lesson from that challenge. That's the easiest way to teach somebody a new skill, and it's the easiest way for them to understand it. And it's really easy for people to watch. It's not confusing, it's super simple. And all you have to do is follow that format for every single point in your video. Really, really simple. One thing I would also remember to do, and these are like common mistakes of what people do or don't do. Like I said, don't bury your goal at the end of the video. Front load it, but also Don't be scared of sharing vulnerable stories or personal stories that have helped you break through and achieve a certain result, because people relate to these vulnerable stories. People love stories. People love like feeling like they're seen. People love feeling like their points are valid and this guy gets me. He's been through this. That's the most important point. So rather than you just being a robot and just saying, hey, you need to do this, 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 and this, you can do that. But what makes it even more powerful is if you have a story attached to each one. So a personal story where you overcame that point, you had a breakthrough, and you learned a lesson from it. Boom. That's relatable. That builds trust. It's authentic. It's transparent. Make sure you front load your best videos, and as comfortable as you can get, share personal stories, be vulnerable, and I guarantee that will blow up your channel. Another good point about this format of video on YouTube is that it's really easy to edit. Like if you plan this out and just with some simple notes like I have, and you record the video with like certain silences in between your videos, when it comes to editing, you basically have each of your lessons in a compartment. So it becomes really easy to edit. You don't have to go back and forth, and you don't have to get really particular about how you're editing. It's literally just right there in front of you, and you just chop it down to whatever the lesson is and just keep going through it. So you can edit videos faster and spend less time doing it and create more valuable videos for your audience, which is the best part. So why would you not want to create better videos in less time? Honest to God, try this in your next video and let me know how it goes in the comments. And also make sure you go and get that hook generator below. You'll just need to put your email address in, I'll send it straight over to you, and you can start creating better hooks in your videos, and you'll keep people longer in your videos, and you'll grow your YouTube channel faster. See you in the next one.